You know how I am all about promoting renewable energy and electric vehicles? Well, I do it because I care about the future. And I believe we all need to care about the future. And we all need to care about nature and wildlife because this is our life support system. Nature is our life support system. And if we don't protect it, then we will not have a healthy life support system and we won't have healthy humans, us. So we need to think more about renewable energy. We need to build renewable energy projects at our homes to make our own energy where we live instead of shipping it from a long way off. We need to grow our own food. Look behind me. This is our organic garden, student planted and tended organic garden. And it's producing all kinds of amazing food without any harsh chemicals. It's all natural and all organic. Now, there are many things we can do in our daily lives to help lessen our carbon footprint and our impact on nature and on our shared earth. One of them, of course, is renewable energy. Another thing we can do is replace all of our fossil fuel powered vehicles and farm implements and yard care implements as well. Even things like golf carts. Look behind me. This is a golf cart, okay. It's just a standard electric golf cart. Look at the roof. That's right. It's a solar charged electric golf cart. This golf cart never, ever needs to be plugged in. Well, unless I need it, a lot. But since I only drive it occasionally, I never have to plug it in. It has been plugged in over a year, in fact. And oh yeah, we can also, raise our own chickens. And that way we can make our own eggs and even our own meat, if you're into eating meat. And of course, we can drive electric vehicles. This is my 2012 Nissan Leaf. It is now plugged in and charging. This is a level 2 charging station. It is probably the only chicken coop electric vehicle charging station in the world. That's right, that's the chicken coop right behind it. And this electric vehicle charging station is fueled by the solar array that we saw a moment ago. In fact, this solar array, take a look. This electric vehicle charging station gets its power primarily from the sun. On sunny days, I charge my car here at work, and it is fueled by sun from the backyard. I mean, that's just amazing. I say this, I don't know how many times, but it is so amazing to me that we live in a time where we can drive vehicles that are powered by electricity, that don't harm the earth, and then make them even cleaner by powering them with electricity that we generate on our property, at home, or at work. That's incredible. There are so many ways you can make a difference, so many ways you can lower your carbon footprint and make your own fuel. It's endless. It's off the shelf. You can do this. Now, take a look at this. So, I was talking about using different ways to lower your carbon footprint. And one of those ways is getting rid of all of your yard machines that run on gas, diesel, and use oil and petroleum products. Here's just a small sampling of how I have lessened my carbon footprint by throwing away all of the old gas-powered yard implements. Take a look. These 3 commonly used yard implements, a chainsaw, a light-duty chainsaw, a leaf blower, and a standard yard-style weed trimmer. All 3 of these are powered by electricity. Let's take a look and see how they work. So right here, take a look. Battery pops out. Okay, it's a lithium-ion battery, 80 volt, and you can check and see if it's full, and it is. And I plug this into the charger that came with the device, and I plug it into the wall inside my classroom, and it charges on sunshine. And so my 3 primary yard implements, actually my 3 only yard implements, all work on sunshine. They're all powered and charged by the sun. And look at this, plug and play, right? Plug and, play. Okay, so, and this chainsaw Some people would say, oh, but you use petroleum in the for the chainsaw oil. Well, no, we don't. We use canola oil. It works very well, totally harmless to the environment. Oh, and I can cook with it if I need to. So that battery also fits the leaf blower, okay? And it also fits the weed trimmer. It actually has another one in it. I've been totally thrilled with these three devices. You know, I'm not using them for cutting giant trees or anything like that. They're primarily for the common man and his yard needs. And they work great. Now, a backpack leaf blower, you know, backpack electric leaf blower would be better for some applications. And you know what? Backpack electric leaf blowers are now available. When I bought these three, there were no backpack electric leaf blowers. There was only like 2 options for electric leaf blowers, weed trimmers, and chainsaws. But now there's several options. Just take a look at some of these. It's amazing what is happening. The world is converting away from fossil fuels and going electric. And we all need to be a part of this. Now, one more thing. Check this out. So, my Nissan Leaf is a fully electric vehicle. I mean, that's an understood thing. It runs on a battery. It has no backup gasoline engine of any kind. And it's old now. It is a 2012 Nissan Leaf. So its range is about 50 miles. When new, it was around 80. But because it's an older car, it's suffering from some battery degradation that is not a problem with newer Nissan Leafs. But I still drive it. I have no problems getting to work and going to pretty much everywhere I need to go. Because, well, mainly, the charging station network has increased dramatically in the last 3 or 4 years. So I really don't have an issue with that. I would like longer range, and maybe one day I will replace the battery pack. And that will give me a brand new car, essentially. But until that time, I'm going to continue to drive this Nissan Leaf because I love the car and I love the concept and I love the fact that I can power it with clean, renewable energy produced by my solar array. How cool is that? And also, one more thing. It just hit 65,000 miles a few weeks ago. So I needed to change the oil. Yes, I said oil. The Nissan Leaf does have a small amount of oil, just a couple of pints in a reduction gear assembly between the motor and the drive wheels. And I thought about it and I was like, you know, if there was a way to replace that with a bio-based oil, an oil that was not made from petroleum, then I was going to do it. So I did some research and I found this company, Renewable Lubricants. They make all the oils you need, but none of them are made out of petroleum. They're made out of renewable resources from this country, from just down the road, so to speak, compared to where we get petroleum normally, which could be on the other side of the planet. And often we have to fight wars to get that petroleum. So this is a lot more energy secure. It provides jobs for Americans, right? And, well, it's renewable. It's biodegradable. Check it out. So there are options. You don't have to just follow the status quo and, you know, do like you've always done. There are options to lower your carbon footprint. Okay, so another thing I wanted to mention is this chicken coop behind me. It's protected from predators by an electric fence. You can see the 3 strands of electric fence here. This electric fence is powered by the very first solar array that my students and I built 4 years ago. Let's take a look at that solar array now. So my small flock of chickens, they're really friendly. The students absolutely love them. And soon they're going to be laying eggs, but they need to be protected from predators. So the electric fence I was talking about earlier is powered by sunshine. Let's go take a look at the solar array that makes the power to keep that electric fence energized. All right, so you might think it's this big daddy behind me, but no, it's not this one. This is our most recent solar installation. About 4 years ago, my students and I constructed this small solar array back here behind me. Well, behind me in the monster squash garden. Take a look at that garden, goodness. Anyway, this small solar array puts out about 120 watts, and it's made from one 1999 solar module in the middle, and then those 2 others, we built those in class using components we bought on eBay, recycled window glass, and 2x4s. and an old support structure from a 1980s era satellite dish that we found in the woods covered in vines. It was kind of funny. We dragged it over, sunk it in the ground, put some concrete around it, and then we built the solar panels, and we attached them all, connected them together, and it works. We have a battery storage bank built out of recycled golf cart batteries, and it makes power all day to charge those batteries using that wonderful star up there in the sky. Well, technically out there in space, 93 million miles away. And our sun hits the solar panels, makes electricity, charges up those golf cart batteries, and then the power is delivered to the electric fence around the chicken coop and the electric fence around the squash garden here. We have had some predators trying to eat the squash. Well, not trying to eat, but take a look at this. Eating the squash. So they're actually getting through the fence, but it does keep most of the larger predators out. We were having problems mainly with raccoons and rabbits. And, in an organic garden, you are going to have some losses, but there's so much squash here. There's so many new ones coming out every day. I mean, they're everywhere. It's incredible. This is a solar powered squash garden. Check them out. Solar powered and solar protected. Such as these amazing squash. Look at them. There's squash everywhere. So, that little solar array up there is powering all these electric fences and the chicken coop door that comes up and down on a timer to let the chickens in and out in the morning and in the evening, and the automatic feeding device that I built so that the chickens can have food 3 times a day, but it keeps out the squirrels. There are many wonderful things you can do with renewable energy and solar power, electric vehicles. You just have to take the initiative. You have to do the research, learn, and then just do it. To make a real difference in your life and in the world, sometimes you have to take a chance. And today, with all the off-the-shelf technology that we have for renewable energy and electric vehicles, drive them right off the lot, and you can change your life and change the world. So make it happen. Make it happen for you, and make it happen for your kids and for the future.